you're the CEO of this company, Lever. You do this once a quarter, and David's like, why are you, what brings you to Boston? He said, once a quarter I get out and go meet customers. Like, that seems, we're just saying that's crazy. Like, how many CEOs are doing that? Like, and why do you do it?
Oh, it's my addiction. I mean, it kind of gets to my background and what even drew me to tech in the first place, because I have the great honor and privilege of being a designer founder. So my education was in design. I studied design at Stanford. I don't know if you're at all familiar with the Stanford D School, but they're kind of big proponents of what they call human-centered design thinking. And essentially that's saying, you know, use a blend of psychology as well as being kind of a technologist and go in and identify, you know, the needs of like single people, groups of people, and use kind of that almost understanding of their needs as the like starting point for innovation. So I am addicted to user research and getting just like that firsthand exposure to like how teams work, how organizations work, and I kind of feel like you got to go out there. So, you know, it's maybe like my indulgence or
going back to basics.
I mean, the design team doesn't let me like
design
of Lever anymore, and so this is kind of my one contribution still in the design camp. So that's what brings me out here, and it's the best. I love it.
It's funny. It feels like that's back. That kind of thinking is back, because kind of early in, you know, I have gray hair, so I've been around a long time. But like early on, there was a lot of human-centered work. You know, you would read about it in like CMU and a lot of places like that were focused on this. And it was kind of, this is back in New York City where I grew up and worked originally, and it was kind of a big thing. And then I felt like I didn't hear about it for a long time, and I feel like I'm hearing about it a lot more now, right? The importance of design. And I don't know why it's fluctuated. Like most things ebb and flow.
Yeah, well, at least for me, I think that, you know, everybody now has been using a smartphone, a tablet, like for years. And the simplicity that you've come to expect from software, from applications, I mean, it's kind of the new normal. So Lever, of course, builds software for businesses to run their hiring process. And so I think now what we're seeing is people are now demanding really elegant, simple user experiences in the workplace. And so out with the kind of clunky, like click-heavy, confusing systems that nobody really wanted to work with, the things that actually almost got in the way of you working. And in with this kind of new generation of software, and I feel like Drift is a big part of that too, that people are actually drawn to, where the software kind of melts away and you're just collaborating with your colleagues, you're just making connections, making decisions. And, you know, I actually think that's kind of a big reason why design has a really important kind of role to play in catalyzing change.
That's something that we talk about a lot here, which is like what's changed is everybody has that experience in their personal lives now, and so then when you go to work, you don't expect it to be different, right? You're not like, you know, you're using Instagram and WhatsApp and whatever, and that's just in messaging as an example, but whatever products I'm using, whatever I'm using for email, what I'm using for video, and then you go into work and you're like, okay, it's time to use my business software, and it feels like this crazy, you know, outdated piece of software. Like,
and it used to be clunky on both sides, and now it's like so everyone's been taught about the importance of design in everything that we consume in our normal lives that you see the stark difference when you come to work, right? It's really highlighted.